Hey everybody, it's Felicia. So, I think it was last night, I officially watched the new Wicked. So, it was announced that around Thanksgiving in the fall, they are going to do a new movie and starring Ariana Grande, Jennifer Hudson, um, um, Jeff Goldblum, Michelle Yeoh, and a few other, but those are the four primary big names that are in it. Like Jeff is playing the wizard. Michelle is, I believe, playing a professor at the school that the characters Glinda and the witch are attending. Jennifer Hudson is the Wicked Witch, and Ariana Grande is Glinda. So, I think I said it was last night that I happened to come across it. I think it was on Instagram. And so, if you haven't seen it yet, it just basically search Wicked, the official trailer. It was basically released on the 15th of May. And it's scheduled to come out in Thanksgiving, and it's by Universal. I'm just kind of looking at my computer for notes. It's scheduled to come out via Dolby Cinema, Real D 3D, IMAX, and like I said, it's a Universal movie. So basically, and apparently soundtrack on Republic Records and very label group. I think that's what it says. But so yeah, if you look up hashtag Wicked movie, you can find the trailer right now. So I stumbled across the Facebook page for it, and I'm almost gonna verbatim read what my post or my comment's gonna be about it. Okay, so I'm gonna re-say it here and everything like that. I have a very, very long comment, and everything like that. Disclaimer. I know of Wicked. I know of the play more than the book. I have never read the book. I've never gone to the play. I've been interested in it. There's actually a lot of plays I've been interested in, and I just honestly have yet to actually go. Primarily for the longest time it was my work schedule. Now my work schedule is a little bit more basically I can make things happen if I have coverage or I give enough notice and stuff like that. I can leave work early. I'm only 30 minutes north of Boston, so there's plays in Boston, there's plays in Peabody, Danvers, there's Manchester, New Hampshire, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Concord, New Hampshire. So there's a lot of things all over the place. It's just getting there, and the fact that they cost a little bit of money, because y'all know how frugal I am. I'm frugal on certain things and stupidly expensive on other things. I just make no sense. But back to Wicked. So I stumbled across the official video. I think it was pretty much yesterday. The 18th. Trailer looks great. Honestly, it looks great. It looks like it's going to be a great movie. But yeah, this is what my comment on it. And again, I'm like my first sentence says, I'm a newbie. So here it goes. So I'm a newbie to any and all of Wicked formats, i.e. the book, then the plays, and now the movie. Meaning I have no real knowledge of them, and I have yet to do a deep dive in the backstory, except my speculation from seeing the trailer and just knowing that that Wicked was based more on the story of how, I don't think I got it, how the Wicked Witch of the West became the way she was in Wizard of Oz. Because again, and this is from reading the threads and everything I knew the Wizard of Oz was originally made before I was born. Definitely know that. But apparently it was made originally in 1939 or something like that. Then it was re-released in like 1960, I believe, is what someone said. And again, I haven't done a deep dive. I've just been trying to kind of stay. But then, like, I was fucking scared shitless of the Wicked Witch, as a kid. I didn't even want to take a shower for quite a, like, was freaking out that basically I was gonna melt. Like, I knew I was a bad kid at times, apparently, even at a young age. I legit, after seeing the movie, I did not want to get near, like, any water. So, yeah, that was, like, I was afraid I was gonna melt. I feel like my dad kind of didn't help either, being like, I'm gonna melt, or, like, basically, like if water got on him, be like, I'm gonna melt, something. I don't know, that's kind of, I could be completely wrong. So back to my comment, because like I said, it's long. It's actually kind of like 3 paragraphs long. But from watching the trailer, and please do not comment after this and go into detail if you have read the book or seen the play, and tell me how much I am right or wrong. I'm just making my observation as an outsider. Oh, what have I concluded? And just more curious if I'm on the right path or not. I am truly looking forward to seeing this movie. One, as an AMC A-lister, I can pay $25 a month and go to 3 movies a week, including Dolby, IMAX, and Real 3D on opening night. Back to my thoughts on what I watched. Glinda is supposed to be the good witch, and the Wicked Witch is supposed to be the bad witch. Though, maybe it's Ariana Grande playing her, which, honestly, can someone tell her she's beautiful and as she is, and does not need to lose any more weight? By the way, all I could see in the trailer, she is getting too thin. Someone needs to tell her, like, for years we watched Celine Dion, like, get too thin and unhealthy and everything like that, and there was speculations of her having eating disorders and things like that, stress, things like that. But if you look back to when Ariana Grande was on Disney Channel as a young girl, and over the years, she just has gotten skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. First off, she's Italian. Okay. Italians usually have a little meat on them. And I'm not talking like, oh my god, like, that makes you fat. I'm just meaning that, like, basically, like, they aren't, like, skinny. And I'm not trying to bash Ariana Grande for her weight. I'm just saying, like, I think, unfortunately, like, someone in our team needs to tell her, like, she is beautiful as she is. And I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan, but when I see someone who appears to be unhealthy and maybe not getting the right support, or being told that they're beautiful, and then they feel like they still need to lose weight to fit into, like, basically because the record label or the music or the video or the movie or whatever, or to be liked or whatever. Like, it's just tiresome of seeing people in the limelight being told that they're this or that. And yeah, I know I'm kind of like doing the same thing, but I'm just saying, more, can someone just tell her she doesn't need, just keep her healthy? So yeah. But so kind of work. She is seeming to give off the willing to stab someone in the back to get what I want type of vibe. Basically, in the short clip, it seems Glinda and the teacher and the wizard are really the bad people in this. Sadly, due to their actions, they cause her to become the Wicked Witch of the West. Just like what happens to when someone is pushed into a corner and trying to defend themselves. The only way that they know how is to use force, and then they are perceived as the bad one. So we've all come across someone. We might even be that person who legit, like, not a bad person, but someone at some point in their life or your life has legit, like, gone toe to toe with you and literally finally got to a point where you could not take it anymore and you had to stand up for yourself. Because I'm sorry, but like if someone is bashing you, being rude, like whatever, like bullying you, like sometimes you do need to finally like go toe to toe. And I'm not talking like physically beat down, but I'm talking like be able to stand up for yourself. And but then all of a sudden people are gonna be like, that's that person, and like that was just mean of them. And it's like, really? So I kind of feel like that's the vibe I'm getting with this and everything like that. So it'll be interesting to see the actual story, because what I think is funny from one of the, and I didn't even talk about it here, but so in the movie clip, Jeff Goldblum Bloom is the wizard, and Jennifer Hudson makes a comment about basically he doesn't have real power, and because apparently she actually has natural power, like she doesn't have to train, like she still needs to train for it, but like it's not like she just needs to learn the spell to have it. It's more like she has it from within. It's just more like finding the way of harnessing it. But and this is supposed to be the prequel to basically the Wizard of Oz. And if they fucking even try to do a remake of the Wizard of Oz, fuck that. I know I shouldn't be swearing, but seriously, hopefully they do not try to do a remake of the Wizard of Oz. Like literally, please don't do that. We need to stop doing remakes. Like first off, Wicked's never been done as a movie, so first off, like kudos to that, because it literally took almost 30 years for the book to now become a movie, but it was a play for the longest time first. So like that's actually pretty cool and everything, especially since the movie industry is always can't come up with anything original. And I'm not saying directly like it wasn't like this is an original idea. It's just finally being brought to the movie screen. So I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, if they even try going to Wizard of Oz remake, F that. But yeah, this was a prequel to the Wizard of Oz. So basically, like, all this foreshadows what happens with Dorothy and the Wicked Witch being killed and Glinda and everything like that. So, with that, it's interesting to see, again, don't know anything about the movie and everything that. I only know what I know about the Wizard of Oz, that basically she finds out at her young age that the wizard still has no power, and somehow the wizard still ran for however many years after. Like, I would have thought somehow they would have tried to like squash it, but again, is it supposed to be a prequel? It shouldn't be squashed. It's just somehow he was kind of like tamed. So I'm really not sure. Maybe my foreshadowing is that basically after towards the end of Glinda, the end of Wicked, basically, the wizard is still at the Emerald City, but more as a spokesperson than anything else. And people there know he really doesn't have power. I would imagine. I mean, I know in The Wizard of Oz, they're scared of the Wicked Witch. So is it really the Wicked Witch who's running at that point, running? Like, because everything that happened in Wicked, what created the Wicked Witch to be so evil, and that's why, like, that's actually the part that I'm kind of more curious about, like, what that ties to. So, yeah. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, go see it and then come back and give me a review of what you thought. If you tell me, like, if you absolutely need to kind of like tell me, like, I guess, like, tell me, watch the review, and with what you know, tell me if I'm on the right path or not, without telling me, if that makes any sense. That's your challenge. So, but with that, I hope you guys have a good night. It's getting late here, and I gotta go. Bye.